Hey, what's going on? This is Alex with JBA Tax and Accounting, and I wanted to take a quick moment to walk you through QuickBooks Project. Now, QuickBooks Project is kind of a new feature, started out in 2018, and what it allows you to do is break down your cost and income per project. So you can see which projects are profitable, how much you're spending on each project, what are the costs of those projects, how much money each project's bringing in. So it really gives you a lot of information that helps you determine, hey, do we want to continue with this client or working on this particular project? So to get started, you have to make sure you have the setting turned on. So when you first sign up for QuickBooks, you're not going to have it turned on. So what you need to do is go here on the top right corner to the gear button, and then under your company, accounting settings, and then to advanced. And you'll see, if you scroll down a bit, you'll see the option for projects. Now, once you turn this on, you cannot turn it off. So make sure it is something you want to use and you need. So we'll go ahead, since it's on, we'll go ahead and exit. Now, when you turn it on, you'll see a projects tab on the left-hand side now. You can click on that. And I mean, it's pretty straightforward. We'll use new project as the name. And we'll create a new customer. You can add any notes to the project. And now this screen may look a little bit different. I know since I started using it, I've seen a few changes. So this screen might not look, by the time you look at the video, the screen may not look as it is at that time, but it should all be pretty straightforward anyways. So once you're in this screen, you're able to add income and expenses directly to the project from here. You can also click on the transactions and add some of them that way. There's this option for time. So let's say you have an employee, you're able to, and you wanted to add a particular day. Oh, this thing doesn't seem to be working right now, but I'll show you that in a sec. And once you have information here, you're able to do some of these reports, which you normally find in the regular reports tab, but the difference is here is broken down per project. So now let's go ahead and add some expenses or income. Now, normally, assuming most of the transactions should be coming through the bank or credit card directly. So let's say we take one of these categories. So before you add it, what you need to do is change on this side where it says vendor payee to that particular project. So you're going to scroll down, click on it, scroll down, and we'll find what was our new customer. Here we go. So you see we have the customer, and then we have the project. Now, if you select the customer only, it would assign it to, let's say you receive money from that customer, but not to that particular project. If you do it to the project, it does both. So if you print a report, hey, how much money did I make on new customer, you can get that report. Or if you want to look at just on the new project, on a particular project, you can do so as well. So we'll go ahead and add that. Let's say an expense. Okay, this is now with the expense, same thing. You're going to go to vendor payee, and then you're going to select the customer and the project. So we're going to select project. Now, if you notice, there's also this customer tab here. And you can honestly use either one. What I would say is whatever the norm is, keep using that. And in fact, what I would do is select on both, just to be on the safer side of things. Now, what happens if you choose on one or the other? Ultimately, it would all be the same. And in fact, I'll show you. So in this one, we'll do new customer, new project on the vendor payee, and then on the customer, we're just going to put new customer. Now, this option lets you know if the expense is billable. You can select that if you need. We'll leave it off for now. So we'll add this one. Then we'll add another expense with them so you can see how this affects things. We'll do the opposite and we'll see what happens. Okay. Now let's take a look at our project. So let's go to the bank. So as you can see, I've already selected some here. Now, one thing I want to show you, when you click on income, you'll have the vendor payee and you'll select the project. So we'll go ahead, which I've already done. We'll go ahead and add that. Now, when you have an expense, you have two options. So you have the vendor payee and the customer. In this case, you're going to select the project on the customer side. Okay. If you select it on the vendor payee side, it may not show in the projects tab. So I'll give you an example. So right now we'll select new customer on the payee side and customer on the project. Good. So we'll add that. For this one, see, we have new customer, fine. And we'll select new customer here and new project. So you see the new project is now on the vendor payee side. And we'll add that. Now let's go see what happens. See, if you notice, we selected two transactions. Let's go back so you can see. We selected two transactions, 1,200 and 800 for expenses, but only one is showing up. That is because we have the project on the payee side. So that doesn't, as of now, doesn't flow into the projects tab. So you want to make sure you selected here on the customer project, which on the banking screen is going to be, on the banking screen is going to be under the customer drop down. Okay. Now here you can see income cost, the profit margin. You can see the total of the time spent on the particular project. You can mark projects completed, canceled. Now, another way to look at, and you can't really do this right now with projects. Let's say you wanted to look at a particular time period. Let's say you have long-term projects and you want to see per quarter how the project's going. You can go to reports, profit and loss, and you can customize the report and filter by the project. So in this case, we'll select new customer, project, new project, and we'll change the time. Let's say okay. So if you notice, this is the same information that's on the project tab. So here's the income, 55, the pardon me, uncategorized expense, and same profit. Now, when you're adding transactions from the banking screen, one thing to keep in mind is the category does not affect how it's reported in the projects. So if you included in uncategorized income, it will be uncategorized income for the projects and on your P&L. So it doesn't, the project you select does not affect the accounts themselves. Hey guys, hope you found the review even a little bit helpful. If you have questions, please leave them in the comments or shoot us an email. I'd love to hear what questions you have and if the video was helpful or not, or what could be changed. Helps me help you. Anyways, thanks for watching. Take care.